The inzoi developers recently did an AMA session over on their official Discord. They have now released the key topics covered in that AMA session. One of the questions that was asked was, can we adjust Zoi heights? And the answer is no, Zoi's heights will not be able to be adjusted in the game. This is because the game uses pre-programmed animations, and adjusting heights would disrupt the interactions. Someone asked, will Zois be able to multitask? The dev's response to that was, this is going to be planned for the future, but it will not be available at early access launch. The reason for this is many of the game's single action animations have been improved, but full multitasking is still being developed. How many Zois can be in a family? There can be 8 Zois per family at maximum. The devs went on to say that if the household is full, pregnancy attempts will fail unless a family member dies. The next question was, will Zois have a memory? The devs have said that this is not yet implemented, but a similar recording system for major life events, such as marriages and divorces, does exist in the game. They say that the long-term goal is to create a memory-like system that allows Zois to actually recall past interactions. Someone wanted to know how jobs will work in inzoi, and the devs have said that there is an active job system. There will be no rabbit hole jobs where Zois just disappear for work. Work involves going to the workplace, interacting with coworkers, getting promotions, and more. And there will also be freelance jobs, for example, authors, which will allow flexible work-from-home options. Will there be an active school system? And the devs have said that an active school system will not be in the game at early access launch because it's just so complex. They said that they want a fully immersive school experience, such as cafeteria interactions, friendships, and conflicts. It will be added later, but there's no timeline yet, as it's a very complex mechanic to put into the game. Will pets be included in early access is the next question, and the answer is no. Pets will not be in early access. They are a high priority for future updates, but pets will require extensive development for proper interactions. Moving to a customization and modding topic, can we use mods in inzoi? And the developers have said yes. inzoi has built modding using Unreal blueprints, which has been changed from the previous Lua iteration, and the inzoi team will provide modding guides and tools for easier implementation at some point in time. Someone wants to know if we're going to get more diverse hairstyles. The developers have said that yes, many new curly, coiled, and black hairstyles have been added after community feedback. And they said that these styles take up to 3 times longer to develop than straight hair due to complex textures and will require a higher data load in actual use. Someone wanted to know if tattoos are going to be included in inzoi. The developers have said that they will be included, but they will be limited during early access. There will be facial and neck tattoos available at first. Then they're hoping to get full body tattoos out around August of 2025. And later on, they're saying that there's going to be AI generated tattoos even further on in the development process, which will allow custom designs, which I've got my own opinions on. I'm not enthusiastic about generative AI being added to the game, but what do you all think? Can we build an entire city from scratch, which would be awesome if so, but the developers have thrown a water bucket over that and have said no. This is because there's a massive computational load, so that is not going to be an option. They did say, however, the cities in the game will be highly customizable, allowing you to modify many of its roads and public areas to make it feel unique. So there's a bit of a compromise there. Will Smart Zoi's technology apply to animals? They want to extend the Smart Zoi system to animals and other living things, but it's not a priority until human Zois have fully matured. How realistic are driving mechanics? The developers have said that driving mechanics are not as advanced as other driving-centric games. And this is because driving is not a primary gameplay focus, and car customization will be prioritized over driving physics. However, they are planning on improvements in the future where driving will feel better in certain circumstances. What exactly that means, I'm not certain, other than don't expect the driving to be as polished as like GTA or Test Drive Unlimited or something like that. Will swimming pools and swimming be in the game? Unfortunately, not at early access launch. They have been working on a swimming mechanic in the game, but they're not satisfied with the quality of it. So they're going to be improving on it in the background, and swimming pools will be added later once it's gotten to a point where they're happy with the quality levels. Hospitals will not be in the game at early access launch. However, they said that it will come later, and the reason why it's not going to be included in early access is because creating an immersive hospital experience with diagnostics, treatments, and doctor-patient interactions is a massive project that they are still working on, and like I said, they will add it later on at some point in time. Someone wanted to know if inzoi will have controller support. They're saying that it won't be available at early access, but they are hoping release controller support after full release. For those of you who are wanting to know about inzoi's compatibility with the Steam Deck, it is compatible with the Steam Deck, but it has not been officially optimized with Valve. So it runs okay, but you might need to adjust the settings to make it run better and to make it actually playable. And this is just me guessing and speculating. I'm gonna say it's probably going to drain your Steam Deck's battery, so be prepared for that. Some miscellaneous questions. Someone wanted to know if Zoids will be able to have interactions that allow them to create a baby. The developers have said sort of. The interaction, in quotes, is implied but is not explicitly shown due to age ratings. I'm going to assume that this is going to be something similar to The Sims, where it's all like covered by steam or blankets, or maybe it just fades to black and comes back. They go on to say you will need to use your imagination. So, yeah. Someone wants to know if Zoids will be able to commit murder. That must be by a Wicked Whims player. And the developers have said, completely off topic, but perhaps useful information, is you can start a house fire, and if a certain Zoi just happens to be in the house, they will unfortunately die. And then there is a disclaimer here that says members of Crafted and Inzoi Studio do not condone this behavior in real life. Why do Zoids wear towels in the shower? That's a good question. The developers have said that due to the game's ultra-realistic graphics, using pixelated censorship looked overly suggestive. They said that the devs actually tested this themselves during development, so you can trust them on this. The team is open to suggestions for better solutions, though. Closing remarks. The devs say that they appreciate the community support and are excited for inzoi's early access launch. There is an online showcase happening on the 18th of March 2025, the 19th of March for some people. It'll happen somewhere in that time frame. Just keep an eye on their official Discord. I believe they're on Blue Sky and Twitter and of course YouTube, so just keep an eye out. And the early access release date is, of course, the 28th of March 2025. So, my friends, will you be buying Inzoi? Let me know in the comments. And what are you looking forward to trying out first?